Okay, friends. Yes, I have this super fun Halloween book. I read it the other day, and it is such a good book. It's one of my new favorite Halloween books. Yes, Sylvie.
I watched that movie.
You did? Very cool. Okay, we're going to wait questions for the end, okay, friends? So, this book is called Room on the Broom. What is this called at the top, guys? Can somebody tell me what we call that? Yeah, Melanie. Oh. Do you want a friend to help you? Okay, what's that called? What's this right on top? What's it called?
A title.
A title. Yeah, it's called a title because it tells us what the book is about, right? Okay, let's read our book. Room on the Broom. The witch had a cat and a hat that was black and long ginger hair and a braid down her back. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned as they sat on their broomstick and flew through the wind. But how the witch wailed and how the cat spat. When the wind blew so wildly, it blew off the hat. Oh, it blew off her hat. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the hat, but no hat could be found. Then out of the bushes, on thundering paws, there bounded a dog with a hat in his jaws. He dropped it politely, then eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head, I am dog, as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me? Do you guys think there's room on the broom for the dog?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. Yes, cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the fields and the forest they flew. The dog wagged his tail, and the stormy wind blew. The witch laughed out loud and held on to her hat. But away blew the bow from her braid, just like that. Her bow flew away. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the bow, but no bow could be found. Then out from a tree, with an ear-splitting shriek, there flapped a green bird with the bow in her beak. She dropped it politely and bent her head low. Then said, as the witch tied her braid in the bow, I am bird, as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me? Do you think there's room on the broom for the bird, too?
No.
You don't think so?
Yeah. A tiny bird. Yes.
Let's see. Yes, cried the witch. So the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the reeds and the rivers they flew. The bird shrieked with glee, and the stormy wind blew. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her bow, but let go of her wand. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found. Then all of a sudden, from out of a pond, leaped a dripping wet frog with a dripping wet wand. He dropped it politely, then said with a croak, as the witch dried the wand on a fold of her cloak, I am frog, as clean as can be. Is there room on the broom for a frog like me?
Maybe.
Yes, said the witch, so the frog bounded on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the moons and the mountains they flew. The frog jumped for joy. And the broom snapped in two. Down fell the cat and the dog and the frog. Down they went tumbling into a bog. The witch's half broomstick flew into a cloud. And the witch heard a roar that was scary and loud. Oh no. I am a dragon, as mean as can be, and which with French fries tastes delicious to me.
I like French fries.
No, cried the witch, flying higher and higher. The dragon flew after her. Help, cried the witch. Flying down to the ground, she looked all around, but no help could be found. The dragon flew near with a glint in his eyes and said, just this once, I'll have witch without fries. The dragon's gonna eat her. But just as he planned to begin on his feast, From out of a ditch rose a horrible beast. It was tall, dark, and sticky, and feathered and furred. It had 4 frightful heads. It had wings like a bird. And its terrible voice, when it started to speak, was a yowl and a growl and a croak and a shriek. It dripped and it squelched as it strode from the ditch, and it said to the dragon, "Buzz off, that's my witch." The dragon drew back and he started to shake. "I'm sorry," he sputtered. "I made a mistake. It's nice to have met you, but now I must fly." And he spread out his wings and was off through the sky. Then down flew the bird and down jumped the frog. Down climbed the cat and phew, said the dog. "And thank you, oh thank you," the grateful witch cried. "Without you I'd be in the dragon's inside." What was the monster that saved her? What was it? Yeah, honesty. It was all her friends, right?
Yeah.
It was all her friends that she let ride on her broomstick. They saved her.
And the
And?
frog said, I forgot.
That's okay. Let's keep reading. Then she filled up her cauldron and said with a grin, "Find something, everyone. Throw something in." So the frog found a lily, and cat found a cone. The bird found a twig, and the dog found a bone. Those are all things that those animals like, right? They threw them all in, and the witch stirred them well. And while she was stirring, she muttered a spell. Iggity, ziggity, zaggity, zoom! Then out rose... What do you guys think she made?
Another room.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, should we see? A truly magnificent broom.
Wow.
Wow, with seats for the witch and the cat and the dog, a nest for the bird and a pool for the frog. "Yes," cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. That's a good story. What kind of friend was the witch, guys? Yeah.
A girl.
A what? She was a girl, yeah, but what kind of friend was she? Yeah, Ben. What would you use to describe her as a friend? What kind of word? Yeah.
What? Happy.
Happy.
What?
She was a witch, yeah, but what kind of witch was she?
A girl witch. Me.
Was she mean?
No. She was nice too.
No, she was a really kind witch and a kind friend. She was kind because she let her friends come on her broomstick and ride with her, right? And then at the end, she made sure she had a seat for every single friend. So she was a really, really kind friend. Are we kind friends to our classmates? Yeah. It's important to be a kind friend, right? Because she was kind to them. And what happened because she was kind to them? When she was in trouble, they helped her. Right? So we want to be a kind friend so that our friends can help us and we can help them. Yeah. Yes.
Yesterday I got $10.
Oh, very cool. Okay. Yes, Louis.
She was scared because of the dragon.
Yeah, she was scared because of the dragon. But what happened?
He don't eat him.
Yeah, her friends helped her though, so she didn't get eaten. Okay. Are we ready to move on? That was a good story, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.